I'm gonna show you how to use AI to train your staff. Whether it's a manager, bartender, server, busser, host, it doesn't matter. You can use AI to up-level any staff member, any team member. And you have to understand, AI is the future. If you don't utilize AI, then your competitor will, and they'll have a huge advantage on you. And we can't fight AI, we can't fight technology. We don't want to be the old man yelling, I'm never gonna use email, I'm never gonna text message, because you can't fight technology. But what you can do is use it to make your business more efficient, more profitable, and to make your staff better. And I'm gonna show you how to do it. And I'm also gonna show you what to avoid when it comes to AI to make sure that it's not detrimental to your business. But first, let me show you this really cool tool I've built to train your staff. Now, one of the biggest flaws in restaurants, one of the biggest pitfalls for restaurants is they don't properly recover mistakes. Now, mistakes are gonna happen whether you like it or not. You can't prevent 100% of mistakes, but what you can do is respond so well that you'll build instant loyalty. And that's what we want to focus on. But again, 20 years in the industry, and one of the biggest flaws I've seen in restaurants, they don't properly recover. So I created this tool, the 30% Recovery Roleplay Tool. This is going to train your staff on how to recover mistakes properly. So what this will do is, A, if a guest is upset, if there's a situation where they're not happy, it's going to make sure that they leave absolutely happy, build instant loyalty, make sure they come back, and give them a story to tell, which will be free marketing promotions for you, and possibly, and most likely, leave a really good review. Let me show you how it works. So if you see here, this is the 30% Service Recovery Roleplay Tool. Now, there's a couple different ways you can start. Minor incident, medium incident, and then major incident. You're gonna see that says incident roleplay underneath it. So this is a role-playing tool with AI. You can see here on the right, it says create random scenario and incident level. So that way they can do a random one, or they can pick minor, medium, major. I'm gonna go random. So if I click on it, right away it's gonna give me a prompt. Before we begin, what type of restaurant is this? Casual, fine dining, fast casual, cafe, etc. So you can put anything. You can put QSR, you can even put hotel, whatever you want. Here we're gonna put, let's put casual. When I enter casual, let's say, great, would you like a small, medium, or major incident to practice, or should I pick one at random? I'm gonna put random. So now it says, okay, I've picked a medium incident at your casual restaurant. Guest role play. Incident, forgotten meal. Tone, mildly frustrated but polite. So the guest is mildly frustrated, but they're polite. The guest, hi there. I hate to bring this up, but we've been sitting for over 30 minutes and everyone else at my table has got their food except for me. I asked once already and someone said it was on the way, but now it's just awkward. What's going on? So this is a common mistake. This happens, unfortunately, more often than not. So now it's asking me, your turn. Please respond if you're in the restaurant team member handling this in the moment. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a bad response and a good response. I use a talking tool. It's really simple. I can talk to it as I would be talking to a guest. So I'm gonna give a bad response. I'm so sorry about that. I'll go check on your food. So now I'm gonna send that. It says, let's keep going. Here's how a guest might respond. Okay, I'd really appreciate that. It's a little frustrating to watch everyone else eat while I sit here waiting. Honestly, I'm kind of losing my appetite. Now the AI is saying, your move. How would you respond now to show empathy and move toward a solution? I'm gonna use a talking tool again. Again, I'm really sorry about that. I'll go check on it. So now it says, let's continue. Final guest reply coming in. Guest size. All right, I just hope it doesn't take much longer. This is your chance to close the loop with care and make sure they feel valued. What would you say to resolve it and end it on a high note? Again, I'm really sorry, and I'll make sure it comes out right away. Thanks for sticking with the role play. Here's your feedback. So now it's gonna give me feedback, it's gonna analyze, and it's gonna give me advice on what I should have done next. I obviously gave it a bad response. That's a terrible response. If I was a guest, I would walk out that restaurant. That is not the appropriate response. I obviously showed I didn't care, and I didn't know what I was doing. So here it says tone of voice. You maintain calm and polite tone throughout, which helped avoid escalating the situation. Hospitality approach. You acknowledged the issue and remained apologetic, but there was room to make the guest feel more seen and cared for. Mindset, you focused on checking on the food, which is good, but missed a chance to build a connection or offer a thoughtful gesture. Apply this method, which we're absolutely enamored with. We love this. The last, listen. You got to listen to the guest, apologize. You have to apologize to the guest, solve the problem. You just solve it right away, and then thank the guest. And so we'll go over that in a little bit, but now it tells me one suggestion. Offer a small, proactive gesture, like a free drink, appetizer, checking to see if they like something while they wait. It shows that you care beyond fixing a mistake. And now they ask a reflection question. How else could you have made the guest feel more seen without offering something for free? So it's showing you that offering something for free isn't always the answer. It is something that we're gonna do, but it's not the answer. I've been to many restaurants where their response is, I'm gonna buy your meal, and that's it. I wanna know that they care. I wanna know that they actually value me, and that's really what's important. Do that before we buy something, okay? So I'm just gonna say, let's do another one, okay? So I'm gonna put another. And now I'm gonna give it a serious response of what I'd actually say. Okay, so Guest roleplay, incident, incorrect menu description. Excuse me, I ordered the quinoa salad because the menu said it had avocado, but there's none in here, and I wouldn't have chose it if I had known that. Okay, so now it says your turn. How do you respond as a team member? First of all, I'd like to apologize. It actually absolutely does come with avocado, and just like you, that's one of my favorite things about it. I'm gonna get this fixed right away. Let me take this plate. I'm gonna make you a brand new dish with the avocado in it, which you're absolutely gonna love. If you can just give me 5 minutes, I'm gonna make sure it comes out lightning quick. That's gonna be my main focus. And while you're waiting, can I bring you out a soup or a quick appetizer so you don't have to sit here while everyone else eats? Now it's thinking. So now it responded. That's a strong and thoughtful recovery. Great job. Here's your feedback. Tone of voice, warm and enthusiastic and sincere. You acknowledge the guest's disappointment and match their emotional tone with empathy and care. I call that getting in the boat with the guest. If the guest is angry, you have to be angry with them. You have to side with them. It's us versus them. I can't believe that happened. I got your back. It's unacceptable, etc., etc. You have to match their energy. You have to remember, there's two things that happen when a guest is upset. Either they're taking it more serious or you're taking it more serious. If they're taking it more serious, you've lost. They're gonna leave upset in some way, shape, or form. But if you absolutely show that you're taking it more serious, then that's how you win. And that's how you win the guest over, and that's how you ultimately get loyalty. Hospitality approach, excellent ownership. You didn't deflect or make excuses. You validated their choice and took full responsibility for their mistake. Mindset, you showed genuine hospitality by focusing on experience, not just food. Offering a quick bite while they were waiting showed awareness and grace. Apply the last method, the last, which we talked about. One suggestion, tighten your offer slightly. Instead of multiple can I bring you options, try while I get that fresh one started, I'd love to bring you a cup of soup on the house. Would you be okay with that? This feels more confident, less overwhelming for the guest. Now, I actually absolutely love this suggestion. It's spot on because they're absolutely right. You need to make it really clear what you're gonna give them and not an option. Can I get you a salad or soup or can I get you a soup while you're waiting? Well, some people will feel cheap, or they'll feel like they're taking advantage and they'll say no, even though they kind of want it. So instead, I'm gonna bring you out a soup while you're waiting, okay? On the house, I'm gonna take care of it, but I want you to try our lentil soup. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a chef recipe and they make it in-house from scratch. I promise you it's gonna be the best one you ever had. That starts setting the tone and starts showing you know what you're talking about and that you're confident, and it's instantly gonna turn their mood around, right? They're getting something for free, you're talking about how valuable it is, I'm not just throwing them a piece of bread, and they're gonna get excited about it. So this is absolutely right. Now it has a reflection question. What small touch could you add to surprise or delight the guest beyond just correcting the dish? Now, for me, the way I like to do it is they talked about avocado, let's circle back to that. Let's pretend they have avocado toast on the menu. When the guest's about to leave, I'm gonna bring him one of our famous avocado toast on the house. I'm gonna say, listen, I know you loved avocado because of the quinoa salad. I'm a big avocado fan. I put it on everything. We have a world famous avocado toast. I'm gonna give this to you and you can enjoy it in the morning for breakfast. Right now it's thinking. That's a stellar follow through. Well done. Here's how this adds even more shine to your recovery. So you see, this doesn't just say like, great job, or yeah, that's right. It actually breaks down why what you did matters. And when people understand the why, they get more enthusiastic about it and they get more motivated to do it and they understand it better. Mindset upgrade. You went beyond fixing the issue. You anticipated what would delight the guests and gave them something that says, I see you and I care. So important. If you can show the guests that you see them and that you care about them, they're gonna be a loyal guest for life as long as you don't give them a bad experience in the future. This kind of move turns a simple mistake into a memorable moment. Last method bonus, T, thank. Your parting gesture was your thank you. By tying in to the guest's preference and adding a personalized touch, avocado love plus breakfast, you showed gratitude in action. One suggestion, so I love it. I think I did a great job there, but it's still giving me suggestions, which is freaking awesome because it's giving me ideas of what I can do better, even though I think I'm doing a great job, which I love. Consider saying something like, this is just a little thank you from us. I know today's mix-up wasn't ideal. Your kindness and patience really mean a lot. That softens the situation emotionally and frames the gift with appreciation. So, and then they ask another reflection question. So if I want to go deeper, I can. What impact do you think of that thoughtful surprise will have on the guest's memory of their visit? That's digging deeper. What impact do you think that thoughtful surprise will have on the guest's memory for their visit? So now you're thinking, you're putting yourself in the guest's shoes, and then you can reply to that. I'm not going to now to save you some time, but you're clearly getting the hang of this. Want to wrap it up here or try another major incident? So I can keep going, give me another one, give me another one, give me another one, give me another one. It'll just keep giving me more and more and more. I can sit here for an hour and just keep doing these. And as I do them, these are real life situations. These are real things that are gonna happen. And now I'm prepared for them. Now I know how to handle them. Now I know the why. Now I know how to go above and beyond. Now I know how I can go from good to great. This is an important tool, and these types of tools are gonna be super important to have in your restaurant because now you don't have to have a trainer. Now you don't have to have this expert sitting down and talking to them. Now they can spend 30 minutes in front of a computer and understand the importance of these things. And this is just one tool. You can have 100 of these. You can have 50 of them, whatever it is, but you can build your restaurant training through these. Now I want to go back to the beginning. One thing that's important and one thing you want to avoid using AI for to be detrimental to your restaurant is you have to understand one very, very important thing about AI, especially in its current form. AI is a supplemental tool, meaning it's like a protein shake, right? If you're a bodybuilder trying to build muscle, you drink the protein shake to add extra protein to your diet, but that doesn't replace the meat that you eat. That doesn't replace the eggs. That doesn't replace your diet. You still need to eat your meals. But the protein shake adds more protein to it, gives you more calories, gives you more fuel to build more muscle. This is the protein shake. But that T-bone steak, the eggs, your actual diet, the meals, the food you actually eat is your training and systems, and you have to create that on your own. Again, this can help you do it, but to rely solely on AI to create things. Let's just say I put in here, create a training for my restaurant, and I spent hours on it. Sure, it'll be decent and good, but I still have to go in there and put my expertise in there. I still have to go in there and put my restaurant's personal touch in there. I still have to go in there and put my vision in there. AI cannot read your mind. AI cannot be you. It can help you build a foundation and a blueprint, but it cannot be you. You have to do that. And you have to make sure that you're either expert on training, because training is teaching. It's a skill set. If you train someone by just telling them to do things, showing them to do things, that's not true training. This shows what true training can be in theory because it asks more questions, it goes deeper, it dives really, really deep into it. And that's what you have to extract in your training process. So you have to have someone yourself or someone on your team that's highly focused and well-versed on training to build that out. So you want to have this as a supplemental tool, like I showed you today, not the training tool itself. I'm not going to ever train a manager fully on AI tools, because if I did, it's going to be a long road and it's not going to be a very successful one. Simon Sinek, who's an amazing restaurateur, who's an amazing person on how to teach people how to grow and scale, teaches managers how to be leaders. He's one of the most renowned, respected teachers when it comes to hospitality, restaurant training, etc. Said it best himself on a podcast. He said, right now, I can get into a fight with my girlfriend. I can put in the fight in the AI, and ask it exactly how I should handle the situation. And then it'll give me the right response. And I can go to my girlfriend and give her that response. It's the right answer, it's the right thing. But if she ever found out it was AI, she wouldn't take that response serious. It would mean nothing to her if she found out it was from AI. Why? Because it didn't come from me. It didn't come from my passion, my heart, my soul. And that discredits it significantly. And you can't put passion behind an AI prompt. You just can't do it. You can teach it to learn, you can teach it to give you ideas, but you can't teach it to give hospitality the way you want to give it. So it's very important to make sure that you cannot look at AI as a tool to replace everything. It's a supplemental tool. It's not there to design, it's there to assist. So focus on using AI the right way, supplementing everything you do, and it'll up-level everything you can. If you're interested in getting this tool, I'm offering it for free. You can click on the link in the description and get access to it right away. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave it in the comments section. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you.